Hello everybody and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Melbourne's Tullamarine International Airport. I'm here at Terminal 1, or the Qantas Terminal, and today I'm going to be flying Qantas, obviously, on board a Boeing 737 from here up to Gold Coast in Queensland. Okay, so as I said, this is the Qantas Terminal. Here you'll have the option of self-check-in only. Well, you can't actually check in on these kiosks. You have to check in online and then get your bag tags here. So this terminal is used by Qantas alone, in case you didn't know. So anyway, let's go over here and check in. Or drop bags, rather. Okay, now that bag drop is completed, it was very automated and easy, though I really hate that you can't print your boarding passes or check in at the new kiosk, but I've been through that about 10 times, so I'm not going to rant through that again today. Anyways, now let's head through security, and since I recently acquired Qantas Gold status, you can check that video out. I explained how I managed to get that. We can use the priority lane here at security. Priority is accessible for business class passengers, Gold, Platinum and Platinum 1 members, as well as One World Priority. Okay, so security is now completed. It's not particularly automated there, but hopefully they'll update that at some point. Anyways, so here, Airside at Terminal 1, they have done a really nice job on renovating this. It was very average a few years ago, and then it's been, I think, solid 18 months at least in the making. But for the most part, well, a lot of this new area is finally opened. So I'll now take you through what they have here. And then we'll go and check out the Qantas Club Lounge. Welcome to the Qantas Lounges here in Melbourne. Today we have access to the Qantas Club thanks to Qantas Gold. You also get access to it with Qantas Club or One World Sapphire. The other lounge, the Business Lounge, is accessible for Platinum, Platinum 1, One World Emerald and Business Class passengers. I reviewed that in my trip report of the Qantas Business Class from Melbourne to Sydney. The Qantas Club will be found on the right. The Qantas Club here in Melbourne has a range of food and drinks, including juice, sandwiches, fruit and baked beans. Just ask the friendly staff here to print me a boarding pass since you can't get them at the kiosks anymore. I don't think that's what Qantas would want in their own lounge.
45 scheduled service, now boarding gate lounge 26. That's Qantas.
Okay, so now time to leave the Qantas lounge since Qantas always seem to rush their boardings. And we have priority, so now let's head to the gate about 10 or 15 minutes before boarding. To conclude my time in the Qantas lounge, it was really nice this morning. I do wish that they had like croissants and stuff more often, but the Virgin Lounge doesn't have that either. And as far as food selection, and particularly drinks actually, I think Qantas is doing better than Virgin here in Melbourne. However, the space, while the furniture is really nice here in Melbourne, there's not a lot of natural lighting and the vibe is not quite as good as the Virgin Lounge. Anyways, still overall would definitely recommend it and I had a very nice time there. So anyways, let's head to the gate. My plane for today is Victor Hotel Victor X-Ray Kilo, a 2002 built Boeing 737-838, making it 21 years old. Here. Welcome on board the Qantas Boeing 737-838, I believe it is, seat 27A. Now let's go through the seat features. First off, the window is really dirty, definitely hasn't been cleaned for a while. The legroom on this aircraft is about 76 centimetres or 30 inches. For a domestic flight it's average, but for a full service airline in Australia, it's actually below average. Virgin have not much, but a little bit more, I believe. And then in the seat back pocket here, you'll find the Qantas safety card, sick bag, and the Qantas magazine. You can also store your personal items in there. We've got a tablet holder here. There's IFEs on about half of the aircraft, but this is very old, so it's not one of them. Here's the tray table. It's clean. It's quite big, it's got a cup slot. You can pull it out and push it in, but it's not foldable. Got a coat hook on the side of your seat there. There's also USB outlets available down there. Some aircraft have universal power sockets, this is not one of them. You've also got a headrest, which you can adjust upwards. It's a bit stiff. And the sides are nicely adjustable as well. There's also double seat back padding, which is very nice, and a rare feature on most flights these days, though Qantas are very good with that. And I'll now show you the recline. There's actually a fair bit of recline. And there's the overhead panel. So that's about it for the seat features overall. It's very comfy. It's very good except for the legroom. Could be better, but overall, pretty good.
Captain Stacey Simmons and the rest of the crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard this Qantas flight. Very exciting because they're taking up to the Gold Coast today. Welcome back also to our Qantas frequent flyer, One World and Emirates customers. As you now settle back and make yourselves more comfortable, we do ask that you stow all hand luggage securely underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead lockers. If you are seated in an exit row today or in front of a bulkhead, you will need to stow all your hand luggage in the overhead lockers only. And please remove any USB cord connections and electronic devices from the seat backs until after takeoff. Thank you.
I forgot to mention earlier that there is audio entertainment equipped on this older aircraft as well.
Welcome to Longreach, the home of Qantas. Give us your attention for the next few minutes to make your journey a safe one, as we take a journey through 100 years of innovation and Australian spirit.
This is a number 504 biplane, made from timber and canvas. You'll find on a Qantas Boeing 737. It sounds a bit flasher than this old now.
Fast into the buckle and tighten by pulling the strap. You can undo your seatbelt by lifting the flap. Keep it done up low and tight during takeoff, landing, and whenever the seatbelt sign is on. That includes infants and children. While seated at other times, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
Welcome to Australia's first international airport,
Right here on Sydney Harbour. Our life jackets look like this. Yours are a little more modern. There's a red tag and mouthpiece for inflation, and a whistle and light. And remember, only inflate your life jacket after you leave the aircraft.
In the unlikely event of an emergency, you should be familiar with the brace position appropriate to your seat. If you can reach the seat in front, brace by placing your forehead on the back of the seat, hold your lower legs and put your hands on your knees. If you're seated behind a bulkhead or you can't reach the seat in front, lean as far forward as you can and hold on to your lower legs.
It was a Qantas employee, Jack Grant, who invented the very first inflatable escape slide raft.
Whether you're starting a journey or headed home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you for showing respect to each other and our crew.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for your support.
And thank you for your attention. Have a great flight.
I must say, I always love the Qantas safety video. They do a really good job on them.
Wearing a paper. Off the bus, seatbelt sign. However, for your safety, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated.
Hi, allowing you to stay connected to friends and family. Read up on the news with access to premium news sites.
Just connected to the Qantas Wi-Fi network as we're climbing through something like 25,000 feet. It's faster than it sometimes is today, and it's working, which isn't always the case, so that's very good. Cabin crew now coming past with a trolley to start the refreshment service. Just going to have a quick look at the Qantas magazine. So here's the international route map.
Your crew are about to come through the cabin. The main cabin to deliver a service. This morning, refreshments, we have salted caramel, white chocolate bites, and a selection of drinks.
Looks like the TVs are coming down, probably going to play Sky News or something. But yeah, the Qantas magazine has ads a lot for Qantas Marketplace as well, but it also has interesting stuff like places to eat and drink in Australia, as well as hotels and stuff that you can travel to. I've looked at it in the past. It's quite a nice magazine to look through, just quickly. Super friendly cabin crew just came around with the refreshment service. As I said, they're very nice and friendly. Today there was only one option for snacks, which is normally the case on these shorter flights. Salted caramel white chocolate cookie bites. I've had these before, both on Rex and Qantas, and they are pretty delicious unless they've changed something. I also got a water, along with a tea and a milk. There was also sugar for the tea and coffee, and water, obviously. And there's also apple and orange juice, and all of that is complimentary. I believe after 4 p.m. they also offer alcoholic beverages. Anyways, overall for a 2-hour flight, this is what I'd expect from a premium airline like Qantas. To be honest, I wouldn't expect anything less. But it definitely doesn't disappoint.
I'm presently 300 kilometres out to the northeast of Melbourne, over southern New South Wales at the moment, 37,000 feet. Present indication should see you disembarking up the Gold Coast at 10 past 10 on schedule time, so we trust you.
The cabin crew have been coming around to collect rubbish, by the way. It's not a particularly eventful flight, but it's been quite nice and smooth since we've been up here at cruising altitude. Got about 45 minutes left to go.
Either underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead lockers. If you are seated in an exit row today or in front of a bulkhead, you will need to stow all your hand luggage in the overhead lockers only. This must now be stowed for landing, thank you. Not so good for those still doing homework.
The crew have been hilarious. I didn't get it on camera, but they said good news for people playing Candy Crush or Solitaire, because you can keep using your phone. Very funny. The crew actually and the staff at the airport have all been very friendly today. As we pass through the clouds on approach to Gold Coast Coolangatta International Airport, we're experiencing a little bit of turbulence, a fair bit actually.
All customers and crew must now be seated with your seatbelts fastened, thank you.
Now as we start our beautiful, I prefer the other side, but this side's still a very beautiful approach into Gold Coast International Airport. I'm going to do a quick conclusion on today's trip report. I concluded the Qantas seat features and that sort of stuff many times before, so I am just going to go over what was unique about today's experience. So, journey today started at Melbourne Airport, obviously. Check-in process was as is normal there. I don't like the kiosks because you have to check in online and can't reprint your boarding passes, but thankfully I was able to reprint boarding passes at the lounge, which was great. And the staff at the lounge were super friendly. The lounge was pretty good. The only thing that I felt was really missing was more natural lighting, and it didn't. And the vibe wasn't as good as the Virgin Lounge, but I think the food was better. And then we boarded actually a few minutes early, and surprisingly it wasn't as rushed as I have felt it to be in the past. It took about 20 minutes to board, so we did end up a little bit behind schedule. And the crew on board have been super friendly, and the service was what I'd expect from Qantas, but definitely nothing disappointing. So overall, I had a really good experience with Qantas today. I think they do have a better 737, but this one's still very nice. And I do think Rex is the best option on this route, though Qantas definitely offers a good product. So if you have status with Qantas, then it might be a good option too. Anyways, we're about to touch down, so I'll leave the rest up to you, but that's my short conclusion for today's video. Let me know if you have questions in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. That pretty rough landing, welcome to Gold Coast. We've used the whole runway. It's a pretty short one.
Welcome to Coolangatta everyone, and for many of you, welcome to your holiday. The local time is now just after 10 a.m. Qantas would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the local lands and waters. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Care when opening the overhead lockers, as your personal items may have moved during the flight, and check seat pockets and surrounds for your personal items. On behalf of all the crew, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly Qantas and One World. We trust you have enjoyed your flight, and we do look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thank you and good morning.
I completely forgot actually, not yet, but by the time you're seeing this, Bonza will have started flying from Melbourne to Gold Coast directly, and I believe that today are slightly cheaper than Rex and barely more than Jetstar, so if you're choosing between Bonza and Jetstar, I would choose Bonza.
Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
Okay, welcome to Gold Coast Airport. Using a ramp at the front and stairs at the back. Okay, I think now's a good time to finish up today's video. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated and would help me out a lot, but it's not necessary nor expected, and you certainly don't have to. You can also check out my Instagram if you like, at aviation763_. I do live stories on my flights, and sometimes often I do stuff in my destination. Last but most certainly not least, thank you to all of my incredible Patreons for helping to make these videos possible. Their support is so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without them, so thank you so much to them. Their names will be on screen now. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in my next one next Saturday at 5 PM Melbourne time.
Coolangatta everyone, and for many of you, welcome to your holiday. The local time is now just after 10 AM.